Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is your Wednesday, July 1st, second stimulus check and stimulus package update. We have a lot of information to cover. In today's video, we're going to go over how cases are up 80% in the last 2 weeks in the US. Then we're going to get into health officials who are urging Americans to scale back July 4th celebrations. Then into Mitch McConnell and how he speaks out on the recurring $2,400 per month or $600 per week stimulus payments. And then finally, we're going to get into what Goldman Sachs says about how there is one thing we can do that can save the economy, a 5% drop in GDP, which is massive. But before we get started, I want to remind you guys that if you're interested in the stock market, stimulus checks, how to make money in general, well then please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when new videos come out. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's go over what's going on with the economy. Then we're going to get into stimulus checks after. So new cases are up 80% in the past 2 weeks with a resurgence in cases across the southern and western parts of the US. And the US hit another record day for the number of virus cases with 47,000 total cases in one day on Tuesday across the US. In addition to the US having a record high day, 8 states also announced record highs. States like Alaska, Arizona, California, Georgia, Idaho, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Texas all had record highs on Tuesday as well. And even states that have had reported improvements in the number of cases, they're starting to see their number of cases rise again as well, causing a lot of governors across the country to rethink their plans to getting residents back to work and reopening. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Moving on, health officials are urging Americans to scale back July 4th, Independence Day plans after case levels reached all-time highs on Tuesday, with 8 states seeing the single-day highs. The Oregon Health Authority warned that the safest choice right now for this holiday would be to celebrate it at home with people you live with. Dr. Kaiser said, "We don't want any more closures, but our numbers are going through the roof right now." He said, "Please don't mix households, even if you think everyone is healthy and that everyone is safe, they don't have the virus." He said, "Instead of celebrating with the holiday with people you don't know, make sure to celebrate it with people who live in your household, who you're always with, because that will reduce the risk of spreading the virus even more." He explained how we started to see a rise in the number of cases after the Memorial Day celebrations a couple of weeks ago, and we can't afford to see this happen again after the July 4th holiday. So he's just urging people to take as many precautions as they can and ultimately just to celebrate July 4th at home this year. Next up is Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said on Tuesday that when the next stimulus package passes, it will pass before the August recess. So this is what we've been hearing. He says that we can expect to see it in mid to late July after the July 4th recess, but before they leave for their August recess. So this is good news. Administration officials have said that the shape of the next relief package will be largely determined based on how the economy is doing at that point in time, which is what we've been hearing. They want to wait and see what happens with the June unemployment report, see what data comes out there, along with states reopening and if we see a surge in the number of virus cases. So those will be very important factors to keep an eye out on. And Mitch McConnell goes on to explain how the next virus stimulus bill will be aimed at kids, jobs, and healthcare. He said in addition to protections against small businesses and protect businesses from being sued by anyone who may get the virus. He says that is what the next stimulus package will be focused on. He goes on to explain how this liability protections that will be included in the next stimulus package, it protects everybody who interacted in the pandemic, unless you're grossly negligent or intentionally engaged in misconduct. We're going to see to it that you don't get sued on top of everything else you have had to deal with going through the pandemic so far. So he said these liability protections ultimately help everyone, and they will be included in the next stimulus package. Moving on, he also goes on to talk about the $2,400 per month or $600 per week stimulus payments, these enhanced unemployment benefits. He said that we need to make sure for those who are not able to recover their jobs, for those people who are not able to go to work, they need to make sure that the unemployment weekly benefits are adequate and able to support their household. He said they don't want to incentivize people to stay at home, but they need to make sure that the people who do receive unemployment benefits, that is enough for them to survive and pay their bills until they can find a new job. He says this is completely separate, though, from a back-to-work bonus. They are also considering a back-to-work bonus to incentivize people to go to work, but he says they're going to couple that back-to-work bonus by also supporting those people who can't find jobs by extending the enhanced unemployment benefits. He said it's not going to be the $600 per week, but it's going to be adequate enough that people can pay their bills in the meantime while they're trying to find a job. And then finally, major reports came out from Goldman Sachs yesterday. Goldman Sachs came out and said how a national mask mandate could potentially slash the virus infections in the US and save the country a 5% GDP drop that could result from renewed lockdowns. They said if we mandate wearing masks, that could save the US economy a 5% drop, because they said if we don't mandate masks and we start to see more virus cases and we have to lock down again, well, a renewed lockdown could have dramatic effects on the economy moving forward. A chief economist at Goldman Sachs and his team investigated the link between wearing a mask and certain economic and health outcomes of the virus. And what they found is that wearing masks are associated with significantly better virus outcomes. They said it leads to lower death rates, it helps the economy in general, and overall, wearing masks only can help the economy and it can't hurt moving forward. So anyways, that is just a quick update of what is going on in the world today on Wednesday, July 1st, between stimulus checks, the second stimulus package, what Mitch McConnell says about unemployment, and the economy in general. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Join our Power of Finance investors group if you're interested in the stock market investing or how to make money in general. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.